cannot do this yet.
My love. You were too beautiful for this ugly world. I shall find you in the next.
It shames me to know the horrors wrought by our hands here and now. Guru Khan was complicated, but she was also stubborn, and never would have thought to change her ways. We have given her a sky burial. That is the best we can do. Even in the old times, she was vain beyond comparison. It was her ambition that corrupted her, despite all my warning words. Well, look now, where ambition has gotten you, my love.
The shadows are lifting at last, hand in hand. You and I, we have guided my people towards a brighter future. I suppose you wonder why I do not mourn? For my sister, for Oyun. Why should I? There is no sense in shedding a tear for those who stand in the way of progress. They have passed from this coil, and that is the best thing either could have done for their people. With Apor Sakema removed from her saddle, the way is clear. In lieu of a worthy leader, I shall step up, and with the backing of my followers, claim the throne of Highgate. Irasha may spit and curse, yet her duty shall overcome her distaste. She will bow to the one who bears the feather, as high custom dictates. You've done yourself proud today.
It would be wrong to do that here.
My poor Oyun. Tell me, exile, did she suffer? No, I don't desire to know. She was a good ruler, wise and benevolent. Our people will miss her, and I shall grieve her as if she were.
Come on in. Hail. Oh, things are looking up.
Huh? Who's that? Local! I'll give him the word.
We've much to discuss. A timely infusion.
this.
Anything you need, just ask. Until next time.
And so my mistakes are put to rest, and the mighty general has fallen. We honor them both with this brew. Now that I have both ingredients, I shall brew us a nice cup of what we need. There has never been a substance more corrosive than this, apart from my dear Garo Khan's sarcastic wit. Let us meet soon at the blood pools surrounding the Legion, and from there we shall burn ourselves a pathway into the belly of the beast.
Return to Kitava!
stand amidst the coagulating remnants of my creation. Funny, isn't it? Once I placed my beast on a pedestal as my pride and joy. Yet now I send you to breach the hull of my pet's fouling black core. I have brewed for us a potion from the remnants of our harvesting hunt. I shall apply this fermentation to the weakened membrane and meet you within the black core where we shall further our agenda. Something doesn't seem right. Yes, it would appear our old friend Malachi has one final trick to play. A thaumaturgical wound to the hearts of my precious beast. This complicates things, but not perhaps so much that there is nothing we can do. Exile, listen to me. I'm about to release the souls of our unholy trinity from their decanter. Their anger will exude more power than you have experienced ever before. You must defeat them one by one to fuse their remnants into something volatile enough to coax the dark ember from its womb. Ready yourself. The souls of these three continue to surprise us. Quickly now, the hearts have become doorways. Enter in, complete your mission, though I cannot say exactly what you will find on the other side.
cannot carry this.
At last, our trio joins to become one foul spirit. Destroy that creature of darkness, and let us be rid of this place.
I cannot carry this.
You're questioning me, the great sea mistress Lily Roth, about how she so happened to find you failing at drowning on some god-forsaken fleshy piece of land. Thought it'd be obvious. Grandfather and I, we came to thank you for our little reunion here you started. Caught wind that you were playing around up here with that dead beast from the locals. So we followed your trail, dreading we'd be finding your body bits strewn all over this god-forsaken mountain. But lo and behold, what do we get? Our favourite exile twiddling their thumbs. Your lucky old Whalem's still got some thaumaturgical prowess in his bones. How the hell did you end up here anyhow? Well, I suppose you'll be wanting us to ferry you over to Oriath. Take care of that nasty cannibal god Katava once and for all? Well, we'd be glad to oblige. There'll be plenty of treasures in ruined Theopolis just sitting there for the taking, I'm sure. Say the words and we'll set the sails. Time and tide wait for no man.
I ain't gonna lie to you, friend. You look like actual shite.
Good tidings to you. Ready to go? Just in time as well. Grandad says there's a good thaumaturgical headwind blowing our way. Well, once more, you owe me for letting you sail around on me ship. But that's okay. I'm the kind of gal who can play the long game. Sometime in the future, I'll be in need of your services once more. You can pay me back then. All right, come on. You got a job to do. Lives to save, goals to kill. Better get to it. Time.
Welcome ye to Oriath. Smell that fresh land lubber air. Ain't nothing like the air in Theopolis, full of debauchery and pollution, hidden neath the garb of them holy Templars. Seems the place has changed a fair bit since last I were here. A lot more blood and entrails than what I remember. Well, best Lily and I stay here, where it be safe. You journey on ahead, matey, and see what blimey buggers you get to kill next. Say, you're not in the market for a new cutlass or anything, are you? Recently unlocked the Black Crest's old armory. Found a whole shitload of weaponry down there from another time. If you fancy it, be glad to show you my stock. See if there's anything in there you'd like to pick up. Here our ways divide.
The prodigal returns. Have you brought with you a weapon to free us? The ravenous one has only grown more hungry since you left us, and I fear your efforts may be too little, too late. Kitava has all but destroyed us here, and our poor departed Utula's cultists have taken hold of the city. There's little ground left to tread that won't cause the grasping claws of Hinekora to reach out and wring our pretty little necks. I see your eyes, exile. You wonder why I am here instead of at the Overseer's Tower. I'll tell you the horrible truth. The tower has fallen to the infernal devices of Kitava. That witch, Violenta, is to blame. She lowered a secret ladder and led Kitava's cultists right to our very beds. Bannon and I barely escaped with our lives. Together, we cut through the hordes, but it was no use. They had us surrounded. Bannon created a distraction which allowed me to flee. When I last saw him, he was perched atop the rooftops, holding off our enemies, though how long he will last, I cannot say. If you are going that way, perhaps you can find him and return him to me. I have grown fond of that Templar. The fire of Namahu burns within his belly. It would not fare well for us in this war if that fire were lost. For freedom.
It is good to see that you survived, my friend. But then, you have fared far worse. The froth of a violent ocean should be no problem for you. While we have been absent, Oriath has become a necropolis, a swarm of Kitava's wretched servants. The situation looks more dire than I had first anticipated. Before we make our move, we must know what we are dealing with. I send you, Exile, as a scout. As the only scout that would stand a chance moving through the shifting forms of this nightmare. You must discover where Kitava resides. Only then can we issue our final blow. Farewell.
This is an absolute disaster. I am Davinia, Adjunct Archivist of the Templar Order. I've returned to Oriath to perform some critical research. The whole city is in chaos. I've heard the people here talking about you. Now, if you're going into that madness, I have a favor to ask of you. Most of the Templar's secret archives have probably been looted or burned by now. But there's one trove only the Master Archivist and I knew about. It's hidden within my Order's ossuary. Now, if you can, please, go there and search for a particular tome. It's called the Mortonomicon, and supposedly contains everything the Templars know about immortality. I know you're dealing with Kitava and his cultists, but this may be just as important in the long run. Go well, Exile.
Yes?
can I do for you? What have you got? We'll get to it right away. We'll get to it right away.
Who's that? What do you need?
Well,
Hell! A timely infusion.
What do you need?
what have you got? Not bad, not bad. Not bad, not bad.
Decisions must be made. I'll handle the paperwork for that.
Oh, we can work a bit more efficiently now. Hi-oh.
We've much to discuss. I'll add it to our balance.
Aye. Off they go.
You there! Exile! I am in need of your services once more. Help me! Phew. I would thank God for you, my friend, if that weren't too on the nose. I felt for sure that this time it was my turn to depart our world. Kitava's cultists surrounded Lani and I a while back. We split up and I led a distraction so she could make best her escape. Funny, I really should have considered my own plan for evasion once I'd allowed her hers. In any case, it is good to see you again, Exile. Let us talk more in a safer space. I shall meet you back at the docks. Good to see you made it back. You look at me with suspicious eyes. Yes, I know you have your apprehensions about me, and my new indwelling spirit. But if it helps a little, I feel innocence stirring inside me, awakening with an odd sense of gratitude towards you. It was, after all, your bite that returned him to humility, allowed the scales to drop from his eyes. If you are to go wandering the city in its current state, be careful where you step. Kitava's cultists are constantly on the prowl, actively seeking food for their god. What's worse, the passage to Kitava's feast is blocked off by two large black gates. We call them Kitava's horns, and they are utterly impenetrable to the motions of man. There is but one way in which we can reach Kitava and deprive him of his eternal meal. The Staff of Avarius lies somewhere amongst the rubble of the Chamber of Innocence, still billowing with holy power. If you were to find it and return it to me, I believe the power in the Staff will act as power enough to break through the horned gates. Innocence?
Then it is as I feared. Kitava's strength has grown insurmountable in our absence, and his horns now deny us entry to his feeding trough. Evidently, the hungry god has grown picky about what crumbs now travel towards his burgeoning throat. It is this strength that concerns me. I have spoken with our friend Bannon over there, a willful vessel of my misguided brother. I knew eventually we would need to enlist my brother's services, though I had hoped we need not do so this soon. Yet, it seems that we have no other choice. We must invoke my dormant brother, slumbering within Bannon's frame. Kitava's horns are a thing of great corruption, which only Innocence's purity can dispel. Before we proceed, I feel I must confide something in you. Bannon wishes me not to speak of it, as he is willing for the sacrifice. However, I feel you should know. Once we invoke Innocence, once we dredge him up from his cocoon inside the soul of Bannon, the man shall cease to be. Only the god shall remain. Do you understand what I say, Exile? If we take this path, Banon will die. Excruciatingly so. Burnt with purity from the inside out. As I said, Banon is willing to commit his life to this cause. But perhaps you should say your farewells before we move past the point of no return. Goodbye.
Banon is alive and well. In no small way thanks to you, I would be willing to guess. Without him being here, I would have lost my sanity or my life a long time ago. Take this gift as a token of both our appreciation. Now that you have returned, and we have managed to sturdy ourselves once more abreast this mighty ship, I ask of you one more favor. Find that traitor Violenta and kill her. Though I wish to see her dead as revenge for her insurrection, Violenta has become something far worse under the radiation of Kitava's gaze. Greetings.
Now that the Brine King is nothing but crab meat, his sunken domain, the ancient city of Soartha, is ripe for the plundering. My granddaddy once dedicated a good portion of his sailing life trying to hunt down the location of that monolithic city. Then, while he were otherwise indisposed, yours truly tried to follow in his gnarled footsteps, track down the teardrop, a pearl as big as your head, carved with the clues to the city's subaquatic location. I was this close to completing my grandfather's legacy when those damn Templar privateers raided me ship and took off with the teardrop, threw it in their reliquary here in Theopolis. As it were, now's the perfect time to retrieve that dazzling pearl. Think you can nab it for me? I'll make it worth your while. Maybe tick it off the list of things you owe me. Simon.
Was a time when the ladies would be begging for a bit of old Whalem. But I ain't felt the warm caress of a woman in a long time, and it wounded me dreadful. During me time on the sea, I heard tale of Queen Edzeri and her penchant for using this land as a kind of vault for all her special shinies. One such shiny be her famed love potion, supposed to attract the drinker's ideal mate to their love. Always keep your eyes on the horizon.
Hidekora.
Be hunted, exile! A hunt you will not soon forget. You're welcome. Goodbye.
If you're thinking about dying, trust old Whalem. Don't.
Come on in. What have you got? Things are looking up. We'll get to it right away.
Just a little tighter. Oops. Welcome. Great job, Isla.
Oh, good.
Hail.
Interesting stuff in from the Kanu. What do you need?
Oh, hello there.
What can I do? What have you got? On it.
Well, decisions must...
Aye. Oh, the smell of the sea salt on the wind.
A leader cannot simply stride forward into the future and expect his people to be able to follow. A leader must look over his shoulder so that he can witness and understand the consequences of the path he has chosen, to ensure that his people are still with him, to ensure that he has not become lost. An emperor must know precisely where he stands.
This seems like farewell. Curious, with the death of the last monster here. Greetings.
It would be wrong to do that here.
The just goddess presides over us all. The future of the Empire rests in her even hands. The goddess is watching. In the impressionable youth of my reign, I was encouraged to believe in the precious nature of my imperial blood. The divine claret, as one fool of a courtier would repeat with tiresome regularity. Unfortunately, my divine claret refused to pour from one cup to another. Try as I might, with a lovely procession of young and ever dutiful wives, my noble seed simply would not sprout. Who then to choose as my worthy successor? With the candidates on hand either mediocre at best or maniacal at worst, I found myself in quite the quandary. That's when fortune took me by the hand and led me to a forgotten tome on a forgotten shelf in the quietest corner of San Library. A tome entitled merely encourages curiosity, ascendancy. The rest, one might say, is history. A golden key, there must be a golden door. Gold is the most liberating of those who ascend too quickly. The fall is inevitable. The goddess is watching. A golden key, there must be a golden door. Let the day dawn, golden with possibility.
cannot do this yet.
The weary traveler draws close to the end of the path. It is the sovereign who empowers the scepter, not the other way round. Forget your freedom. By the goddess, what ambition! Sweep the trappings of past emperors aside. Make your empire anew. Dark influences reside in dark places.
The Ezomite and the Eternal took their rest in the lee of Strife's gale and remembered the travelled road. Beast and fiend had fallen and bled to the Ezomite's sword, swift and true. Trap and trial had risen and succumbed to the Eternal's wits, quick and shrewd. Two men had cried their triumph, a warrior and his guide, whilst other ascendants echoed their pride with anguish and agony.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation. To entertain doubt is to dance with death. Complex machinations converge to a single act of power. Failure is an illusion. You are inexhaustible. Even the grandest designs can be dismantled. An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must keep those promises. Our throne is the most devious trap of them all. Stay the course. The trap of tyranny is inescapable.
Greetings.
What can I do for you? Oh, it's you. On it. Oh, things are looking up.
Oh, good, more work.
Aye.
Off they go.
Exile.
Oh, it's you. We're on it. I'm on it. Onward and upward, as Danik might say.
What was I doing again? Maybe if I attach several blades...
I give you to my ancestors.
Nothing shatters sanity quite like blind faith.
Hello.
What do you need? Innocence.
Hello. For freedom.
I'll see what I can do for you.
Greetings. For freedom. Freedom comes to those for freedom.
My contract. A man of my build gets a lot of attention. By the time I was 13, I was taller than most adults. By my next birthday, I was invited to join a little circus of sorts as a strongman. Well, that's where I met Talina, by the way. One day, someone left a baby girl named Opal for the troop leader. Oh, she had bright red eyes, but the most pale skin and whitest hair I'd ever seen. She became sort of a daughter of the whole troop. We took turns looking after her. By the time she was about 7, I'd grown quite attached to her, and she to me. The hardest part of being exiled is not knowing what has happened to her. So I want to find out. I know the troop is disbanded, so I just want to make sure she's found a good home. Later.
Look, as a rule, I don't ask for help. I don't need somebody getting involved in my business and messing everything up. Unfortunately, I must now break that rule. Why is this so hard? I need your help. There, I said it. Before I was exiled, I was romantically involved with a man from a very good family. We kept it secret while he tested the waters with his mother and father. It's not exactly ideal for the nobility to be fraternizing with the uncouth, as they say. Less than a week before I was heaved overboard and my exile began in earnest, he proposed. I know it's crazy, and I know it's almost certainly impossible, but I want so desperately to marry that man. Just taking his name would wash clean my past, and I know I could find happiness. So I need a dress. When Marvail and Duresso wed, they held the most elaborate ceremony. Marvail was said to be the most beautiful visage ever to walk down the Basilica aisle. It took 6 people to carry the train on her dress. I want that dress. I need that dress. My beloved deserves to see me in that dress. So you're gonna help me get it. Got it?
My contract. How delightful. A shrewd man knows when to be discreet. But I like you, Exile. I like your bravado, your gumption, your get-it-done attitude. You deserve a little background. I was aboard my vessel, the Fair Maryline, when I saw the first plumes rising above my beloved Theopolis. And thank innocence, what those savages did, it is indefensible. But it strikes me that within such a tragedy lies an opportunity. The theocracy is all but dead, thanks to you, but the military structure, in large part, remains intact. That's a problem. Admiral Darnor, innocent save him, is a buffoon. He is such a buffoon that I would be willing to bet he has documented his buffoonery. Prove me right, and I'll reward you handsomely. And richly. Do you get it? I was hinting at my natural good looks for humorous effect. Wordplay is so satisfying.
Kitava's rebirth has heralded countless tragedies, but there has been one shining light to come from it. The unshackling of my brothers and sisters. Freed Karui slaves were among the first survivors to reach the shores of Rayclast. I watched them kiss the sand, sing, dance. I watched them finally enjoy the freedom they should have had all along. Then it started coming unwound. A man by the name of Happy Happy, who was helping the returnees resettle, has gone missing. A witness claims he was taken abroad, a slaver's ship. I know where that ship took him. I want you to go there. I want you to find him, and I want you to free him. Talakura.
Got my contract, do you? Ran with some low-life criminal scum in the back alleys of Oriath in my younger days. Real good blokes, loyal to the last. Or so I thought. Right before I was exiled, they beat me half to death and took off with my finest lockpicks. If I'd had them when the law came for me, I probably wouldn't be here. So, in a sense, I suppose I should be thankful, eh? But I'm not. I want those pics back. And I spent a lot of markers to find out where they went. Now I know. And you're gonna help me get him. Good chat.